This is Sports Week that brings high-flying entertainment, sweeping the nation for fans of all ages. Chao Racing 2018. And here's a man who will guide you through each and every race of this exciting week is your host, Mr. Brandon Shining. Hello everybody, thank you for that wonderful welcome. And hello dear fans of welcome to week 5 of Chao Racing 2018 as we come to you live from Oakland, California. How is everybody here in Oakland today? Very good. But let us not delay, Paul. The players are all warmed up and ready to go. So tell us what we have to start off the week. Well, Brandon, the opening race for Week 5's action here in Oakland, California will feature one half of our tag team champions, Vince Mason, Dave Miller of the Miller Trainers, the Bobby made up Bobby K. And from the Go-Getters 2.0, we have Ricky Nelson for this opening race. As always, these races will be held on the course, so it's good luck to the first 4 participants on the quest for victory. Everyone is on the clock, and we're on the way with Week 5 here in Oakland, California, with that opening sound we all know and hear. And it looks like Dave Miller is going to rest, so that means Vince Mason, Dave Miller, Bobby K, and Ricky Nelson will have the opening edge, and Ricky's going to rest. That means Vince Mason and Bobby K will have full control over this match. As these two Chao make their way towards the palm trees, they'll bring down their Korean food, and now they're going to eat the food. And there they go, busting down the line. Vince and Bobby are making their way towards the bridges. And who will get the first opening toss on the week as number 2 heads for the water? It's Dave Miller, who is way behind in the competition on the way in the back. Biggie Nelson's heading for the water, and Dave Miller's flying as well, along with number 7. Right now, Ricky Nelson's trying hard on number 7 over at the water, as the Bobby Maynard, Bobby K. West, because number 2 in this race, and oh no! Look, took a shortcut! What a deal! Dave Miller came back from behind the pack to take a shortcut at the hill. As we head back into Bobby K, still trying to get back in this one. Dave Miller took a shortcut with authority. Numbers 1 and 8, meanwhile, are getting left behind in the competition all the way in the back of the pack. And number 8 taunts for more as we pass the 1 minute mark. As the next peers we made by Vince Mason, who also really needs to catch up to do. Right now, though, it's a dominating affair for Miller Traders member Dave Miller of the Miller Traders. He is making Howard and John proud this race. I think he's going to get a win for sure. Next just belongs to the Bobby Maynard Bobby K, making his first T-Bus to the base. And right now, a couple Stewart Chao are getting left behind all the way in the back. And who got the next one? It is Swami number 2 who gets it, who leads over the 4 Stewart Chao, now bowing with Vince Mason for 4th place. Back of the front, Dave Miller is going to approach the home stretch. He's going to be the first one to get there, with no opponents to worry about, by the way he looks at it. And who got the next one? It's back to the Bobby Maynard, Bobby K, who's fighting with the yellow 3 in a hurry. Dave Miller is swimming his way towards the finish line, and no one is going to catch up to him in time. As number 7 takes the next speeders, tally 1 up for Dave Miller of the Miller Traders. That was a dominating fan at the very end after being left behind the competition. Number 1 can just forget about this race. Number 8 also has no hope for surviving whatsoever, as they battle for T-Life on the way back, as number 7, who leaves the 2 Chao in the dust, is ready to close out the opening race of Week 5's action here in Oakland, California, with back-to-back speedruns. He can't forget about being tailgated by numbers 1 and 8. Bobby K came in 2nd, followed by Vince Mason in 3rd, but it's Dave Miller with that miracle comeback who got the win. That's right, and we'll be right back with more exciting action after we hear word from this. So we just seen one exciting race. Now for race number 2. And for race number 2, we have the License to Drive, Al Heen Sr. against Edwin Regetta, Derek DePlay, and the 2016 License Champion, Joshua Salmore. And this will feature the first to feature the Golden Chao on this week. So they're going to need a lot of A-game efforts to stay alive. They're going to need excellent skills. Let's see if they can get that chance to know we want. Best of luck to the next 4 superstars, and please start the burns! Here we go! So who's going to triumph in this second race? It was Dave Miller who came from behind after a nap, took a shortcut in its first race. Let's find out who will prevail in the second race. And it looks like Adrian Jenna is going to rest. That means he's going to be left behind in the competition for a while. The other three Chao are going to eat the fruit, and it looks like David DePlay is going to have command in the lead. Joshua Samoa decided to dance to the beat, but Albion Senior is going to rapidly catch up to him in a hurry. And it looks like David DePlay is going to be heading for the one, trying to maintain a huge lead as the first superstar against Beebus is the 2016 Monsters champion, Joshua Samoa. Well, he didn't take a shortcut this time, but maybe he should have a chance to get back in this one, to get the lead from David DePlay. And oh, poor number 2 went a little too far that time. He is meant to be left behind the competition for number 2. As Speedbus number 2 in this race, we made by the License to Drive, out here in Senior. And right now, David DePlay is making his way towards the top of the hill, with the 2016 Masters champion, Joshua Samoa, rapidly catching up to him. As we head back into Albion Senior, who now has a little bit more catching up to do. Numbers 1 and 8 are battling for duo once again on the way back. But as we pass the 1 minute mark sideways, guess who really needs some help? It's number 2, that's who. He really needs to get a lot of speed to get back in this one. But it's back to Albion Senior once again. And meanwhile, it looks like David DePlay is starting to get a little bit more room ahead of Joshua Samoa. Can Joshua Samoa make the Pinnacle pass? We'll find out soon enough. Next because belongs to number 8, who desperately needs to catch up every now and then. Well, he's winning the battle with number 1 after he battled with number 1 for a while. Now number 1 has to deal with number 2. One needs to go and Chao has to get the next command BS, and that next BS will be made by number 1. So he will try to lead number 2 in the dust. And we'll get this. Back in front, David DePlay and Joshua Samoa are both going to rest. That means Adrian Jenna and the License to Drive Albion Senior will have the privilege to catch up to those two in a hurry. And right now, who will get the next command viewers? It's number 7, that's who currently leads on the 4 Golden Chao, and Adrian Jenna is with us. And David DePlay paused for one. That means Joshua Samoa will have the privilege to defend the lead at the home stretch. Albion Senior will also have a little bit of moving up to do. And who will get the next command speeders? It's going to be David DePlay. That makes another speeders for David DePlay. But Joshua Samoa has defended the lead over Albion Senior. And the 2016 Rise Plus champion is our winner. So now he is 4-1. I don't think Rise Plus champion will have a chance to have a great start. But Joshua Samoa proved it wrong for this week. Congratulations to Joshua Samoa. Yes, congrats to him on a job well done. But we're just getting started here, folks. We'll be right back with more after this, so stay tuned. Don't miss all the action here on Chao Racing. And next up, race number 3. Who do we have again? Race number 3 will feature Chris Van Argos, Glenn Murray, Antonio Bennett, and Casey Raymondson. Let's look at the lineup for this next race, and let's head down to the field again. And let's go out to the next 4 superstars. The players will wind up in May for the line race. So without further ado, let's have a Chao race. And there goes the next 4 superstars busting down the line. And number 2 is going to rest. So he will be left behind in the crowd. Right now, let's see where the 4 superstars are heading next. And number 8 is pausing for a moment. And number 7 is going to rest. So these 2 Chao are going to join number 2 for DUI. Meanwhile, the 4 superstars are going to shake the parties and bring out a coconut shake food, and Glenn Murray and Antonio Bennett are dancing to the beat. And there goes Chris Van Argos with Casey Raymondson right on that tail. These 2 Chao will be battling fully up in the front as number 1, who desperately needs to catch up every now and then, wins the only toss for this race. And Chris Van Argos is flying down the waters, heading into the hill, and Casey Raymondson is quickly making his way for the water. And to the other side, at speedbus number 2 in this race, we made by Chris Van Argos. And I think someone took a shortcut. Yep, Glenn Murray has took a shortcut. Casey Raymondson was a fast swimmer, but Glenn Murray actually made it to the top of the hill. So he might spoil Casey Raymondson's plan this week. As the next speeders we made by number 2. He leads number 8 at us, and he went that front count. Right now it is number 1, who is way behind in the competition in last place, as we pass the 1 minute mark sideways. He really needs to get a lot of speed buzz, and I mean now. But it's number 7, who leads over the 4 Chao in 5th place, for the next command viewers. Meanwhile, Grandboy has a commanding lead with Casey Raymondson and Chris and Uncles battling for third place at Cup 1. Will Casey Raymondson spoil Grandboy's epic comeback scheme? We'll find out soon enough. Next viewers belongs to Chris and Uncles, who's trying to hold off Casey Raymondson in a hurry. And poor number 1 and poor number 8 are battling for DY on the way back. But it's number 2 who leads the 2 challenges, takes his second speed bus to the base, and back in front, Grandboy is at home stretch, and Chris Managos and Casey Raymondson continue the battle for third place in the middle and back. As the next speeders we made by the next generation superstar, Antonio Bennett. But this race is all about Grandboy, and even Casey's crumble swimming ability, he won't be able to catch up to him in time. Grandboy has another win towards his redemption this year. As number 2 will get the next command speeders, and right now he is getting left behind in competition. That makes his first speed bus to the base. Number 1 is really left behind in the competition. And we have just enough time for one more speed bus of this race, and it will be made by Antonio Bennett, disappointed with 4th place. Alright, so Grandboy has another win towards his redemption this year. That's right, 2 wins for Grandboy this season, and there's more something coming up. Do not go away! Alright, time for the next race. You got it. Race number 4 will feature Zach Olson, the Jersey Devil John Stevenson, Rusty Instantly Jenkington from the Go-Getters 2.0, and Michael Creighton, a member of the 2016 senior class rookies. Everyone is on the clock, and let's rock this place. Okay, there goes the next 4 superstars busting down the line, making its way towards Rainbow Pass, and it looks like numbers 2 and 8 are both going to rest. So these 2 channels are going to be left behind from the Rainbow Path. Right now are 4 human superstars, and numbers 1 and 7 are shaking their palm trees and being down there coconut shaped fruit, and now they're going to eat the fruit, and there they go, busting down the line. It's a close contest so far between Michael Creighton and Rusty Instant Women Jackson up in the front. And as Zach Olson go to rest, it's number 8 who have the only toss for this race. Zach Olson better drop down the last place. And guess who took a shortcut? It's Casey Raymondson. He may be going west for a while, but now he's taking full control of the lead as number 1. West be number 2 in this race. But guess who else took a shortcut? It's the Jersey Devil John Stevenson. He spoiled Michael Creighton's shortcut scheme. They both took a shortcut, but it looks like John Stevenson might be able to get the win over Michael Creighton. One deal about the Jersey Devil himself. As number 2, wow, the next command SBS, Casey Raymondson was the first to go shortcut, but John Stevenson made it over with more distance to spare. So now Michael Creighton needs a lot of catching up to do if he wants to get back in this one. As the next speeders were made by Rusty Instant Reaper Jackington, that's who. And right now, poor number 2 is getting left behind on the competition all the way in the back. I think he's going to be left behind in the competition for sure. Well, he is going to get his P-Bus, but I think he's going to retain last place, just barely behind number 1. And the Jersey Devil John Stevenson is going to rest back in the front. That means Michael Creighton will have the privilege of catching up to him in a hurry. Let's see who will prevail in the home stretch. Next speeders belongs to number 8, who leads over the 4th third challenge in 5th place. Numbers 1 and 2 really near the speeders before they hit the wall, but it looks like they are going to just hit the wall first. They're going to be left behind in the competition all the way in the back for a while. So the next speeders is going to be made by Rusty Instantly by Jackington. That makes his second speeders the race, but it looks like John Stevenson is going to hold on Michael Creighton up in the front. The Jersey Devil John Stevenson wins the battle of the 2 Chao that took a shortcut in this race over Michael Creighton. As number 2 will get his second speeders race, but he's still way behind the competition all the way back. Yep, he's going to be left behind competition for sure. As the last speed buzz on this race, we made by number 1, who leads point number 2 in the dust. Alright, so after John Stevenson and Michael Creighton both doing shortcut, it is the Jersey Devil who will prevail. That's right, congratulations to John Stevenson, and we'll be right back after these messages, so stay tuned. Alright, time for the next race, Paul. race number 5 will feature Oliver Jones, Kenny Days, Tyler Folks, and JJ Niedermeyer. Oliver, Kenny, and Tyler are searching for their first wins of the season, while JJ looks for his second win of the season. So, will Oliver, Kenny, and Tyler finally get on the board, or will JJ get back on right track towards his 2019 championship run? We're about to find out right now. Let's have a Chao race! Okay, so JJ Niedermeyer is off to a good start ahead of his opponents right now. And it looks like numbers 1 and 8 all the rest. That means these two Chao are going to be left behind in the competition for a while. By the way, let's say. Right now, JJ Niedermeyer is going to eat the fruit. And there he goes. Let's see down the line. He is going to leave the other competitors in the dust. And he's going to rest. So a couple of still Chao will have come in the lead. As the first superstar to get beat this is Oliver Jones, who's trying desperately to catch up. Kenny Days seems like he's also catching up to him. And it looks like Tyler Folks was resting along with JJ Niedermeyer. So these two Chao are going to be left behind in the competition all the way in the back. As Kenny Days, who desperately needs to catch up with the bridges, opens this one up with back-to-back spears. And right now JJ Niedermeyer has reached the other side of the water, and he will have command on the lead ahead of number 2. As the next spears we made by number 7, who now is in third place thanks to that incredible spears. That was a good spears right there by number 7. And right now number 1 is getting left behind in the competition. As the next one will be made by the AC Gamble Tyler Folks. Trying desperately to get back in this one. It is JJ Niedermeyer who's searching for his second win of the season. We have passed the 1 minute mark of this exciting race, making his way towards the sapphire portion of the course. And it looks like Tyler Folks will get back-to-back speedruns. Try and make a statement in the only one. Poor Kenny Days, meanwhile, is getting left behind in the competition. Number 1 and Oliver Jones seems like they also really needs help every now and then. But let's head back to Tyler Folks. Now he's trying to win the battle for third place at number 2. Meanwhile, JJ Niedermeyer has a commanding lead. Will anybody be able to catch up to JJ in a hurry? We'll find out soon enough. Back to Tyler Folks we go, and now he's quickly making his way towards Hill. That makes 4 speedruns in a row for Tyler Folks. He's trying to make a statement in the one, and Kenny Days is for the rest. That means he's going to be left behind in the competition for a while. He's going to be left behind in the competition. And who got the next one? It is number 8. He can't forget about being tailgated by number 1. And right now, where does our 2 Chao stand, JJ and Kenny? It looks like number 7 is going to make the pass from both of the stars. 1 is flying up on number 7. As Kenny Days will have his first US race. Well, it looks like JJ Niedermeyer will still be able to hold on the lead. Tyler Folks won't be able to catch up to him in time. As Kenny Days back-to-back speedruns. Number 7 is first place, and JJ Niedermeyer holds off Tyler Folks for the victory. So despite a speed boost fast for Tyler Folks, JJ Niedermeyer held on with second place behind number 7. Poor Oliver Jones is getting left behind in the competition like always, as he will expect to have a lot of speed buzz on his race. Poor Oliver Jones. So now JJ Niedermeyer has 2 wins up on his sleeve, with second place performance holding off Tyler Folks at the very end. That's right, 1 away to steal the show from Tyler Folks. There's more time coming up. Do not go away. Alright everybody, it's been a fantastic stay so far here in Oakland, California. And now we have 1 more race before we get to our halftime break for week 5 session. Paul tells us what we have for this next race. Well, for race number 6 we have Gary Coles, Kyle Richmond, Jeff Norris, and the number 1 contender for the spring half, Raymond Hill, the fastest runner of the 48 superstars. It's best left to these 4 players on the quest for victory, and please start the race! Alright, there goes the speed and madness of Raymond Hill, bursting down the line, heading into the palm trees. He is going to lean over the 4 Chao for the moment. He spot down the coconut, and now he ate it, and there he goes. Let's watch the other 3 right now. Who's going to command second place? it is going to be Jeff Nellis who's going to have second place, followed by Kyle Leishman in third place, and Gary Coles in fourth place. And it looks like it's going to be Kyle Leishman who's going to be heading for the water, as the first superstar to get beat is number 1, who is way behind the competition all the way back. Raymond Hill should be off and running because some of the challenge heading for the water, and there he goes, missing down the line, and he is going to leave Kyle Leishman in the dust. He's trying desperately not to fall over the hill, and he's staying in balance. As Speedbus number 2 in this race, way made by Gary Coles. Now he needs a lot of catching up to do. That wasn't out to move out of a couple places, and right now number 1 is getting left behind in the competition. As number 7, who leaves him in the dust, takes the next command Speedbus, and right now Raymond Hill has a commanding lead over Kyle Leishman, who is safely in second place ahead of Jeff Nellis at the count 1. And we have passed the 1 minute mark of this exciting race. This should be an exciting one. And who will get the next command Speedbus? It's number 2, who's trying to lead over the 4-7 Chao with third place. Poor number 1 really needs to get a lot of Speedbus than I mean now. But I don't think that is going to happen for a while. He is going to be left behind for sure. Next Speedbus belongs to Gary Coles. That makes his second Speedbus of the race. But Raymond Hill is all alone in the lead ahead of Kyle Leishman. He's making his way past the waterfall and into the home stretch, as Jeff Nellis will get a turn now, trying to defend third place over Gary Coles. Poor number 1's not going to get Speedbus before he hits the wall. Yep, he is going to be left behind from the number 7 Chao in last place. So, who will get the next one? It is Kyle Leishman, who's trying to defend second place over Jeff Nellis. Raymond Hill is almost on the finish line. No one is going to catch up to Raymond Hill in a hurry. He's going to prove to 5-0. Looks like Kyle Leishman is not going to make the impossible, folks. As number 8 takes the next Speedbus, it looks like Raymond Hill is going to hover around Kyle Leishman at the goal line to improve to 5-0 in his Cinderella season. What a deal. Kyle Leishman almost made an upset, but Raymond Hill held on with a 40. So he gets the win this week, as number 2 will get his second Speedbus race, as he will close out the Speedbus for the race. Poor number 1 is getting left behind in the competition like always. We don't have time for another Speedbus, so this race is finito. So with that win, Raymond Hill is now 5-0. That's why he's still the only undefeated superstar left of the 48-man roster this season. Well done by him. Coming up, we get more action for you in the second half, but first, have a look at this. Alright, Paul, now that we're back from our halftime break, let's continue with Week 5's action here in Oakland, California. Tell us what we have for race number 7. That's right, lucky race number 7 will feature Odds 5 Race War Steelway Men on Lucky Elish, the Golden Star Master Dayton, Joe Rafferty, and Buster DeJavo. All 4 Chao have trained well in their practice earlier this week, so let's see who is going to get that win this week. Please start the race. Okay, so following a successful first half of excitement and a whole lot of racing fun for the Chao Racing Universe, you can be sure that the second half will do more than the same, and that's why we stick to our motto, anything can happen in the Chao Racing Universe. Yeah, Paul, we always stick with the anything can happen motto in animals. Anyway, let's proceed to this race, and it looks like Steve Wingman is dancing to the beat, so he's way left behind in the competition. And who will get the first opening toss in the second half? It's going to be number 2, I'm guessing, who currently leads over the 4-7 Chao in 5th place. And right now, number 8 is getting left behind in the competition. Number 7 seems like he's also left behind. Both number 7 and number 8 are heading for the water. As the Golden Star Master Garrett Dayton will have the privilege for Speedbus number 2 in this race. He should be in 2nd place, trying to catch up to our leader, Joe Rafferty, who's heading into the top of the hill. And who got the next one? It is Buster DeJavo. That is in 3rd place. Right now, numbers 7 and 8 are getting left behind the competition. But number 1 is the real deal, who is way behind on the competition all the way back in pack. We passed the 1 minute mark signing race. One of those 3 has to get next to Speedbus, and it's number 7 who gets it. Meanwhile, Joe Rafferty has trying to defend the lead over the idea in turn 1. And he was like, didn't hurry. What's going to happen? We'll find out soon enough. Back to number 7. And now he can lead number 8 in the dust. Poor number 1, meanwhile, is still way behind the competition. He needs a couple more speed bumps, and I mean now. Really now. But let's head back to number 7, and look at that. He now passes number 2 for the lead over the 4-7 Chao. And back with fun. Looks like we're going to have a competition up in the front. And it looks like Garrett Dayton is first. So it's going to be Joe Referee, Buster DeJabo, and C Wingman, who will be battling for the lead up in the front. As the Government Star Master Garrett Dayton get his second speed boost of the base. Let's see who will win it when he gets the whole stretch. And right now, who's going to have command of the lead? It looks like Joe Referee is going to keep command of the lead over C Wingman and Buster DeJabo because he is the best flyer of those 4 superstars. So Joe Referee is going to win this one. As number 8 takes next speed boost, Joe Referee holds on the competition to get another easy victory. He's now above the 500 mark in his 2018 season. As number 1, who is way behind the competition, it's better to have the last speed boost at this race. He's still way behind the competition, as a matter of fact. So Joe Referee got a huge victory. That's right, but we're not done yet. We'll be having more exciting action after we find out what from this. And now, Paul, let's zip it up. Race number 8. That's right, numero 8, as a matter of fact. As race number 8 will feature 2017 class rookie Chip Sube, Fred Harrison of the Dazzling Aces, Ralph Dennis, and Jason Hill. Everyone is on the clock, and let's have a Chao race. So the next 4 superstars are on their way towards the palm trees, and the fans are lined up everywhere from the starting gate all the way down track towards the goal line. We got fans all across the track here, not just in the starting gate, but in the finish line and everything in between too. Right now it looks like Chip Sube will have command of the lead, with Jason Hill rapidly catching up to him in 2nd place. And it looks like Chip Sube is going to be heading for the water. As the first superstar to get beat is Jason Hill, who went for rest for a while, but now he's going to leave a couple Silver Chao in the dust because a couple Silver Chao are going rest. And number 8 taunts from 1, so he's better to drop down to last place behind numbers 1 and 2. And which one will get speed boost to number 2 in this race? It is going to be number 2 who gets it. Oh, he didn't fly that time. Well, there's always next time for number 2. Right now it is Chip Sube who's trying to defend the lead over Dazzling Aces member Fred Harrison, as Ralph Dennis, who really needs to catch up, takes the next command speed boost. Jason Hill also really needs to catch up to Chip Sube and Fred Harrison. He goes into 3rd place, as he will have the next command speed boost. He got all about that one, as a matter of fact. We passed the 1 minute mark exciting race, and Chip Sube is doing a pretty good job defending the lead over Fred Harrison at the curb point, as they make their way towards the wall. Next BS belongs to Ralph Dennis. That makes his 2nd speed boost of the race. Meanwhile, poor number 1 is getting left behind in the competition. He is getting all alone in last place behind pack. He might need a couple of speed boosts if he wants to get back in this one, but all too bad. So sad. It is number 8 who have the next command speed boost. Now he leads over the 4 Silver Chao, by the way, it looks like. And back with fun. Chip Sube is trying to defend the lead over Fred Harrison still, as Jason Hill will get his 2nd speed boost of the race. Let's see what they will wind up when he gets a whole stretch in just a little bit. Right now, let's head over to Ralph Dennis, and he really needs to catch up. But I don't think he's going to win this one for sure. I don't think Ralph Dennis is going to make a miracle comeback here. Yep, not even with the next command speed boost being his first speed race. Looks like Chip Sube has this race all wrapped up, ladies and gentlemen, back in the goal line. Chip Sube wins this one over Fred Harrison, and Jason Hill will come in 2nd and 3rd respectively. Great job by Chip Sube. And who will have the last speed boost of this race, by the way it looks like? It's going to be number 8 who gets it. So now he will lead number 1 in the dust. Number 1 has no hope for surviving whatsoever. Alright, so the race has come to a close, and Chip Sube can celebrate the victory this week. That's right, good job Chip Sube, you can give yourself a hand. Back in a bit, do not go away. Alright, we continue with our Oakland, California schedule for week 5. At Paul, we have 2 members from 2 different tag team champions. That's right, race number 9 will feature Tommy Days of Big Cherry from the 2015 Tag Team Champion Days of us, taking on Corey Sanchester, Frank Natal, and 2017 Tag Team Championship member at the Sunrise Drive, Al Heenan Jr. These four are made for another exciting race, so let's get to it. Everyone's on the clock, and let's rock this place! And it looks like Tommy Days is going to wrestle along with number 7. That means Corey Sanchester, Frank Natal, and Al Heenan Jr. will have New Engage. And right now, the other 3 are going to join the other Silver Chow and Tommy Days all alone behind the pack. Right now, Corey, Frank, and Al Heenan Jr. are making their way towards the palm trees, and now they're going to eat the food at the same time, as a matter of fact. And there they go, wrestling down the line. These 3 are going to have to push the battle for the lead up in front. And it looks like Corey Sanchez is heading for the water. And so is the Sunrise Drive, Al Heenan Jr. As the first superstar against Beefus is number 2, who desperately needs to catch a Mary now and then. He and Big Cherry Tommy Days are going to be heading for the water as well. There they are, flying downhill. And who gets Beefus number 2 in this race? It's number 1 who gets it. Now trying to lead number 7 in the dust. And right now number 8 pauses for 1. So now he will drop down to last place on the competition at the current moment, as he will have the next command spears trying desperately to get back in this one. Currently in the lead, it is the Sunrise Drive, Al Heenan Jr. with Corey Johnson right on second place. We passed the 1 minute mark of this exciting race as we head back into number 8, who is fighting for number 7 on one deal live all the way in the back of the pack. Big Cherry Tommy Days also really needs to catch him to do. He's trying to make the pass of Frank Natal in the battle for third place at the count one in the middle of the pack. As the next speedrun we made by number 1. That makes his second speedrun race, and now he currently leads over the 4 Silver Chow in 5th place. Number 7, they are battling for deal life all the way back. And it looks like number 1 pauses for 1. Number 7, they really need to get back in this one. Which one of them will get that chance? It's going to be number 8 who gets it. So now he will lead number 7 in the dust. Meanwhile, it looks like Al Heenan Jr. is still trying to defend the lead over Corey Sanchez, who's rapidly catching up to him as they make their way past the waterfall. And who got the next one? It is Frank Natal. He and Tommy Days will both go in rest. And right now on the 4th Silver Chow going to rest. By the way, it looks like, yep. So these 4 Silver Chow are going to be left behind in the competition all the way in the back. With number 7 in D-Life all the way in last place. And what happened next? It looks like Big Cherry Tommy Days will get next class SPS, but he only managed to pass Corey Sanchester for 2nd place. And Al Heenan Jr. holds off him and Corey Sanchester for the victory. Wow, what a deal by Al Heenan Jr. And we have just enough time for one more speed wrestle in this race, and we made by number 2. That makes his second speed wrestle race, and now he can say sayonara to the other Silver Chow. Well done dominating on the rest of the pack. Alright, Al Heenan Jr. won this race. That's why we'll see what happens next. There's more stuff coming up after we hear word from this. Alright, Paul, there's still a couple more races we have to get through before we get to week 5's main event here in Oakland. So now, tell us about race number 10. Race number 10, the next race up, will feature last year's runner-up, Chao and the Miller Trainers, against local Irish Ramon Shorty, Carl Tanner, and the computer wizard Peter Foles. Trying to get a win so that they can qualify for the 2019 playoffs in the season. Let's see who will get that chance at our going. Please start the race! Alright, there goes Howard Miller, Ramon Shorty, Carl Tanner, and Peter Foles pressing down the line, trying to earn some points on the board. And it looks like Carl Tanner is with us. That means he is expected to be left behind in the competition along with a couple of Silver Chow. Number 7 and 8 to be exact, and number 2 as well. Right now it looks like Ramon Shorty twice from 1, and there goes Howard Miller pressing down the line. And look at that. Ramon Shorty and Peter Foles are both dancing to the beat, so Howard Miller will have full control of this match. For the moment, as number 8, who desperately needs to catch up every now and then, takes you when he talks about this race, and Howard Miller is flying down the water, now swimming like crazy, and he hits me on the side of the waterfall real quickly. Now he's making his way towards Tom Hill as number 1, who now really needs some help, takes speed rest number 2, so he's trying to get back to number 8. Right now it is Peter Foles and Carl Tanner who are battling for 2nd place at the current one. They're heading for the wall as well, top of the hill. And who got the next one? It's back to number 8. That makes his second speed bus of the race. Now trying to defend 6th place, almost numbers 1 and 2, who are battling for dear life all the way in back. And we have passed 1 minute, folks. And who got the next command speed bus? It is Carl Tanner. That's who, trying to make a statement in the early one. ChaoEmperor currently has the lead, but it looks like Carl Tanner might have a chance to catch up to him, and so is Peter Falls. I'll catch up to ChaoEmperor in a hurry. Will it make it happen? We'll find out soon enough. Next speed bus belongs to number 1. That makes his second speed bus of the race. And right now, numbers 1, 2, and 8 are getting left behind in the competition. These 3 channels are all battling for their life, with number 1 trying to defend 6th place, over numbers 2 and 8 at the cowboy. And this time, number 1 goes for consecutive, making his first speed bus race. And look at that, number 7 possible 1. So now he will have the lead over 4-7 Chao. And ChaoEmperor, back up in front, is going to That means Carl Tanner, when I want to have one play with us, battling him for the lead. As Carl Tanner can't forget about going to mess with his second speed bus race. And it looks like Peter Falls taunts from 1. Well, he's not going to make a miracle comeback, folks. Let's see, he will wind up in the only one when he gets to the home stretch. As he will have the next command speed bus, they're at the home stretch. And it looks like Carl Tanner's going to defend the lead over Man 1 Short Day. And ChaoEmperor, it looks like. So, Carl Tanner is going to get an easy victory over Man 1 Short Day. As Peter Falls 6 back-to-back speed bus, Carl Tanner holds on Man 1 Short Day to secure the victory. That's going to be followed by Man 1 Short Day second, and Peter Falls with back-to-back speed bus will come in third place. Numbers 2 and 7 are getting left behind like always. And Carl Tanner can celebrate another easy victory. That's why he's back on track towards a championship run, and we are back with more selling action after these messages. Alright, there's only 2 more races left for week 5 here in Oakland, California. Tell us who we have. Alright, the first of those remaining races for race 11, we have both members of last year's tag team runner-up, Luke Green and our defending world champion Donald Eddings. They'll be joined by Max Alexandersberg and Al Heaton Sr.'s younger brother, and quite possibly Al Heaton Jr.'s older brother, Danielle Heaton. And in the next segment, we'll have our main event, featuring our 2-time champion F1 Kingsley going for his 3rd and final Superstar of the Week honors, so don't tune in, miss out on all the action. Right now in this race we'll feature the Golden Challenge again. That's what we always have whenever a Superstar has 1,900 or more points on all 4 of the main categories. Let's see who will come out on top in this race. Everyone is on the clock, and please start the race! Here we go! So while we prepare for the main event and F1 Kingsley and attempt at the 3rd Superstar of the Week honors, we're going to set up for this race featuring both members of last year's tag team runners-up, including our defending world champion Donald Eddings, who sits in the number 4 position. Right now, the 4 is going to eat the food, and it looks like Max Alexandersberg will have come in only up in front. And it looks like he's going to be heading for the water. Trying to maintain some ground as the first Superstar gets beat. This is Luke Green, and I think someone took a shortcut. By the way, it looks like, yeah, it's our defending world champion Donald Eddings with another shortcut scheme. Well played. So now he will have command only up in front. At speed bus number 2 in this race, we meet by Max Alexandersberg, who currently dominates in 2nd place. Right now, Luke Green and number 2 are getting left behind the competition, and number 8 pauses for it. So he's better to join number 2 and Luke Green in the dust. Which one of those 3 will get in the next command speed bus? It's going to be number 2. So now he will try to lead number 8 and Luke Green in the dust. Donald Eddings has a commandingly up in the front. Meanwhile, Daniel here trying to defend 2nd place over Max Alexandersberg. And who got the next one? It is number 1. That's who. Poor Luke Green, meanwhile, really needs to get a lot more speed bumps. He's getting left behind in the competition all the way in the back. But let's head back to number 1. Now he's leading the Golden Challenge dust. And back with front, Donald Eddings has this race all out the way, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like Daniel here and Max Alexandersberg won't be able to catch up to him in time. Back to number 1 we go. And look at that. He now has command of lead over the 4 Golden Chow and the rest of the pack. And right now it is Blue Queen, who's getting left behind competition. Well, as always, next time for Blue Queen and the other two, because the winner of this race is our defending world champion, Donald Innings, with that shortcut ski. As Daniel Heenan will get the next command speed us. I think it's going to be followed by number 1 in second place, and number 7 will come in third place ahead of Daniel Heenan. As number 7 will have the next command speed us, and I do believe that it's going to win. I don't think Blue Queen will get another speed bus in time. Blue Zone Key's going to wind him in last place behind the pack. Yep, no more speed bus for this race. So Donald Manning gets a huge victory over the pack. That's right. Now he is 4-1, and we'll present the main event in just a little bit after we hear a word from this. Alright, Paul, let's not delay and present Week 5's main event. Okay, and this week's main event will feature our two-time returning champion, the Harlem Wizard F1 Kingsley, taking on classic goal-getter Chris Schneider, the Prototype Wizard, John Miller of the Dazzling Aces, and Nick Gimmick, a member of the 2014 Tag Team Champion. F1 Kingsley made it 2 weeks in a row last week. Will he become the first superstar to win 3 weeks? We're about to find out right now. Please start the race! This week's main event is presented by JCPenney, home of department stores across the nation, including malls everywhere. You can find the latest jewelry, furniture, and all great stuff either on the JCPenney website at jcpenney.com. And right now, the 4 superstars are making their way towards the palm trees to bring down that coconut-shaped fruit. And now they're going to eat the fruit. And there goes F1 Kingsley, going for his third and final Superstar of the Week honors over John Miller and Chris Schneider, who are battling for second place. And as he heads for the bridges, the first Superstar against Beavers on Week 5's main event presented by JCPenney is none other than number 2, who's trying to lead numbers 1 and 8 in the dust and trying to catch up to the other 5, Joe and Harry. Numbers 1 and 8, who are both getting left behind, decide to take the water, trying to regain the ground. And who will get BS number 2 of our main event this week? It is going to be John Miller from the Dazzling Aces. And he got enough speed bus power, and there he goes. He's going to be flying down the aisles. F1 Kingsley going for his third and final Superstar week. Of course, if he wins, we'll have 4 new competitors on next week's show. So keep in mind, we're approaching the 1 minute mark in the design race. And who will get the next command speeders? It's going to be number 8, who's trying to lead over the 4th Chao ahead of number 1 in 4th place. Right now it is Nick Gimmick, who is getting left behind in the competition on the way in the back. Numbers 2 and 7 seems like they're also left behind in the competition. Which one man will get the next command speeders? It is number 7, who leads numbers 1 and 2, and Nick Gimmick in the dust. Meanwhile, F1 Kingsley is starting to get company. Chris Schneider is halfway catching up to him in a hurry. Will F1 Kingsley ever make a statement to hold on for the victory? We'll find out soon as John Miller decides to tag along. Next speeders belongs to number 8. That makes his second speeders race, and now he dominates over the 4th Chao with the speeders. Nick is not going to get speeders in time before he hits the wall. So the next speeders is going to be made by Chris Schneider, who's trying to make one last effort to stay alive. F1 Kingsley better hurry up if he wants to defend the lead over rallying Chris Schneider. And there goes Chris Schneider and F1 Kingsley busting down the home stretch. And it looks like it's going to be F1 Kingsley who's going to hold on for the lead, as Nick Gimmick will get his second speed bus of the race. And right now, F1 Kingsley has his race all up there, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Schneider won't be able to catch up to him in time. So for the first straight week, F1 Kingsley is your Superstar Week, and he wins Win 5's main event. As number 1, who desperately needs to catch up every now and then, takes the next class BS. So with F1 Kingsley's win, we'll have 4 new competitors in next week's show. Thank you everybody for all your support in this week's main event, as the race comes to a close. So F1 Kingsley is now at 4-1. That's right, or we'll get a tie. We better get going. We're going to close the show in just a little bit, but first let's hear a word from this. Well, we gotta get going, Oakland. Thanks ever so much for being part of our races tonight. Next week, we'll be celebrating the ChaoEmperor's 25th birthday, so be sure to send in your best wishes for our famous ChaoEmperor himself. Until then, this is Spanish Ang signing off. Keep on smiling, look forward to ChaoEmperor's big day next week, and so long, everybody! This is Paul Secondmore signing off. Join us next week for ChaoEmperor's 25th birthday bash here on Chao Racing 2018. See you then!